The antidote to fake news. America first.
We rarely rehearse the music. A little bit louder, Shad. Because you shouldn't have to. If you're in tune with your engineer. Sometimes when I got a special guest. I'm glad you chose that one. It's my favorite Queen song. Yes, I get it, Bohemian Rhapsody, I get it. But Radio Gaga, and this is radio. Makes me feel good, and I need that right now because I'm going to share something with you that's tough, but I think it's true. This has been sent to me over the weekend. It's from something called lawofficer.com. I'm not familiar with that, but I've read the article, and it's not anonymous. It's by an officer, Travis Yates. I don't know if that's a pseudonym, but I doubt it. And it's about everything we've witnessed in the last 3 weeks. And it's tough. This is the hardest thing I have written. I grew up in a law enforcement family. My father worked his way up to the rank of captain at the Fort Smith, Arizona Police Department. As a kid, I remember going with him on Friday to pick up his check, and I was in awe of the superheroes he worked around. They were funny and fun to be around. Men and women of all races, all with the same mission, to make the community safer. My dad sacrificed a lot, and so did my late mother. Whether it was the week-long surveillance or wiretap or chasing drug runners across the country, he gave it all for my family and worked plenty of extra details to never let our family be without. Some would call that privilege, but where I grew up, it was called hard work. The kids at school thought it was cool that my dad did the job of a policeman. And while he sometimes asked me if anyone gave me a hard time, they never did. There was respect among all, even the kids in shop class. I didn't grow up wanting to be a cop, but one fateful night as a freshman in college, that all changed. I went on a ride along with my life's journey would never be the same again. After 4 years of college, my dad wanted me at an agency that respected that education. So I moved to Tulsa at 21 and never looked back. I didn't know anyone, and all I knew was what I saw my dad do, work hard and treat people with respect. I saw a lot of other cops working hard as well and doing all they could to keep the community safe. 27 years have passed, and if you would have told me the condition of law enforcement today, I never would have believed you. It's not that law enforcement has changed for the worse, but everything around it has. The mentally ill used to get treatment, and now they just send us cops. Kids used to be taught respect, and now it's cool to be disrespectful. Supervisors used to back you when you were right, but now they accuse you of being wrong in order to appease crazy people. Parents used to get mad at their kids for getting arrested, and now they get mad at us. The media used to highlight the positive contribution our profession gave to society, and now they either ignore it or twist the truth for controversy to line their own pockets. There used to be a common respect among criminals. If they got caught, they understood you had a job to do, but now it's our fault they sit in handcuffs rather than their own personal decisions. If someone attacked a cop, they were seen as such. Now we martyr them and sue for millions. We used to be able to testify in court, and we were believed. Now, unless there is a video from 3 different angles, no one cares what you have to say. With all this talk about racism and racist cops, I've never seen people treated differently because of their race. And while I know that cowards that have never done this job will call me a racist for saying it, all I've ever seen was criminal behavior and cops trying to stop it, and they didn't give a rip what their skin color was. I've seen cops help and save any type of race, gender, or ethnicity you can think of, and while that used to mean something, no one cares anymore. I've been called every name you can think of, and many of them with racial overtones, and it's never come from cops. I've watched African American cops take the brunt of this and even talked one rookie out of quitting after he was berated by a lot of cowards that had the same skin color as him. I've heard words I never heard before coming a cop. Uncle Tom, cracker, pig, and the N-word, just to name a few. I've heard them thousands of times, and never once did I see an officer retaliate. They just took it. The nasty words have now turned into rocks and bottles and gunfire. I've watched it happen to those around me, and I've seen the total destruction of their life. This job is a walking time bomb, and you can get cancelled or prosecuted on the very next call, even if you do everything right. No profession has to deal with that. Law enforcement is tasked with the same thing as medicine, to look after lives, and we are very successful. Despite the most violent society we have ever seen, less than 1,000 suspects are killed a year. 96% of them are attacking us with weapons, and all but a few others are attacking us with their cars or their fists, and more with simulated guns, so Benjamin Crump can help their family win the lottery. Now, the little we have, we are told they are going to defund us or even abolish us. Citizens with a political agenda will reign over us, and all you have to do is wake up and put on a uniform to be a racist. This weekend I received death threats for just doing my job. It would have been outrageous a decade ago and made national news. Now, it's just Monday. I used to talk cops out of leaving the job. Now, I'm encouraging them. It's over, America. You finally did it. You aren't going to have to abolish the police. We won't be around for it. Those of you that were silent while the slow turning of the knives into our backs happened by thugs and cowards, this is on you. Your belief in hashtags and memes over the truth has and will create an environment in your community that you will never expect. If you think Minneapolis will turn into Mogadishu, and that is far from you, it's coming. And when it does, remember what your complicity did. This is the America that you made. Let's post that now, Eric. Travis Yates, lawofficer.com. Federal Reserve has gone wild with its printing presses, creating trillions of dollars out of thin air. Don't let your savings evaporate due to a hidden tax called potential inflation. You can protect, preserve, and even grow your wealth with physical gold and silver. I feel more financially secure with physical gold in my portfolio, and I know that you will as well. Do what I did. Discover how Midas Gold can bring you financial security today.